back to Two Doctors Homestead. My name's Daniel, and this is Prepper Pantry Pick of the Week. I would say every week. Normally I say every week we take you shopping with us. We've been slowing down a little bit. We've been busy, a lot going on the homestead, a lot going on in the world. Just a lot going on right now. We've been busy, so we haven't been keeping up on the weekly. We're about every other week right now. We'll see what happens. We'll see what's going on. Just trying to live life, trying to take care of business, right? Actually working out, I think, more than making videos right now. So just focus on health and everything we got to get done. So I want to throw that out there for anybody that noticed it hasn't been every week. May not be for a little while. We'll see. We'll see what we do. We'll see where we go with things on that. But want to throw that out there. Prepper Pantry Pick of the Week. Why Prepper Pantry? Why are we doing those videos, right? Why we've been doing this for a while. I think it was 70 videos a while back, and I lost count since then. I think people don't know. People want to know, right? How to build a pantry, how to build a long-term pantry, how to be more prepared. And you see that nothing's more evident than every time. Every time there's a storm, something like that hits us in this area, you drive by the grocery store and you see the parking lot's packed. People are going nuts. They're going to the store. Storm's coming. We may not be able to go to the store for 2 days, so let's load up 2 carts and fight for the last bread and milk and all sorts of dumb stuff that people buy. People don't have pantries, right? I think some percentage. I'm hoping if you're watching, you've been sticking with us, you probably do, but a lot of people don't. They have no idea, right? Especially the younger generations. You talk to them and everything's DoorDash. What are they going to do if DoorDash can't bring them their dinner? They're probably going to starve, right? It seems like it. Maybe exaggerating, maybe not. So we're trying to give you ideas, trying to talk to you about building out your long-term food storage pantry. In the beginning, for a long time, everything was under $1 a day. Meaning we were showing you items that you could get 2,000 calories for $1 or less. Obviously, 70, 80 videos later, we started slipping a little bit on that dollar. Really, we're looking at items, we're talking about nutrition, cost for calories, and shelf life, right? If you're trying to build out a long-term food storage pantry, pack your pantry, shelf life is certainly important. You don't want to get a bunch of stuff that's going to expire before you eat it, but also don't buy a bunch of stuff you're not going to eat, right? And we always emphasize on that, buy what you eat, so it's not going to sit there and expire. Rotate, right? You can have a year of food in your pantry and rotate through and never throw a bunch of stuff away. Just be aware of what you've got, how you're storing it, right? We've done different videos on storing food for long-term storage, doing things like Mylar bags, oxygen absorbers, food buckets, all that kind of stuff. We've done the videos on that. We've got another one we're probably about to start working on, but I want to get that out there. Like, why we're making these videos is just to encourage, give you ideas. So you might think of things differently, right? So this week, and don't drop the video just yet, we got saltine crackers. I'm talking about a lot more than saltine crackers on this video, but saltine crackers are an interesting example perhaps of what's wrong with our food right now. I'm just going to throw that out there. Nothing against Great Value, they got good stuff, or saltine crackers. But I want to talk about that a little bit. So this week we got saltine crackers, right? We're not going to end on saltine crackers. As I said, don't give up on me yet, internet. So this was $1.74 for a 16-ounce box of saltine crackers. 28 servings per container. Serving size is 5 crackers, 70 calories per serving. Total of 1,960 calories per box for $1.74. Ultimately not horrible, right? So one box of crackers is technically, using the 2,000 calorie average diet, a day's worth of food. So $1.74 for a day's worth of food. It's portable, requires no prep, right? So in that sense, not horrible. We're going to dig in, so stick with me on this here. If you ate the entire pound of crackers, obviously your mouth would be pretty dry, but total fat, 42 grams, which is 56% of daily, zero cholesterol. Total sodium 3,640 milligrams, or 168% of daily, which is a lot of salt. Total carbs, 336 grams, which is 112% of daily. Total protein, 28 grams, and it's got all the enriched flour stuff, the niacin, the iron, the thiamine, and whatnot, right? So all the good, healthy stuff, unless you don't eat carbs, right? So shelf life on your box of crackers, 6 months on the box. You look online, they say 6 to 9 months. You look online, they say up to 2 years, depending on how you store it. So I wanted to start with the box of crackers, right? One of the ingredients I don't like, and I'm learning not to like it, soybean oil. Not sure why we need all the extra bean oils and seed oils and all that stuff in everything, but it's in everything, right? Any product you pick up, it's in there. Maybe they're going to do something about that. We'll see. We'll see how that goes, right? So flour, niacin, iron thiamine, mononitrate, riboflavin, folic acid, which is really your flour, soybean oil, 2% less of salt, sodium bicarbonate, vital wheat gluten, yeast, malted barley flour. May contain traces of milk, eggs, almonds, coconut, pecans, peanuts, and soy. So I'm going to give you 2 comps. We're going comps on the crackers, right? Long shelf life, not expensive. 1 pound will get you through a day. So what if we just hit flour, right? The main ingredient is flour, right? So just the flour. Let's skip the seed oils. Let's skip the soybean oil. So if we compare it to just a pound of flour, right? And I'm going somewhere with this. Stick with me. $2.38 gets you a 5-pound bag of flour. It's actually cheaper if you get a bigger bag. We don't usually buy them by the 5-pound. You get the 25-pound bag, you get the big bags of flour. But even at the 5-pound bag, it's 47 cents for a pound of flour, compared to $1.74 for 16 ounces of crackers. Obviously, there's a process. They got to make the crackers. So a 5-pound bag of flour gets you 75 servings, 110 calories per serving. So you divide that into the 5 pounds. Works out to about 1,650 calories for a pound of flour, which is 15 servings. So if you just ate a pound of flour, 15 servings, you get 345 grams of carbs and 45 grams of protein. So there's more protein in a pound of flour than a pound of crackers. So this was 28 grams of protein compared to 45 grams of protein. This was 345 grams of carbs at a pound compared to 336 grams of carbs. So with the flour, I wanted to give you guys this hardtack. Good old-fashioned hardtack, right? Hardtack is 2 or 3 ingredients. It's a little cracker, flour, water, and some salt if you want. So a pound of hardtack is going to cost you a pound of flour, which, as we said, that's 47 cents or less if you're going big. So hardtack is your pound of flour. So your nutritional information, though I didn't send it in for lab analysis, I know we put in flour and water, we did a little bit of salt, but you should have about the same as a pound of flour, pound of hardtack made with pound of flour, 345 grams of carbs, 45 grams of protein for your pound. That would be about the 1,650 calories, so you could certainly pump it up a little bit more. So hardtack, interesting facts on hardtack, was a staple food for soldiers, sailors, settlers, and pioneers on long journeys. Bakers made hardtack as hard as possible so it would stay intact for years if kept dry. However, hardtack would soften over time due to exposure, humidity, other weather elements. During the Civil War, hardtack was known as sheet iron crackers or the tooth dollar because it was so hard. It was also known for getting wet, which allowed mold to grow. Hardtack often arrived at Union camps riddled with worms if it had been stored carelessly. So certainly storage is an issue, or maybe was in the Civil War. We have Mylar bags, we have oxygen absorbers, but you make your hardtack 47 cents a pound or less, and you've got food with a long shelf life. I mean, you look at shelf life of hardtack. Now, this is a homemade product, so certainly it's, the shelf life, the ingredients you use, the way you cook it, that's going to vary from person to person, but I was going to try to break it. But how you make your hardtack would affect shelf life. But you're talking 10 years, 25 years for hardtack that's costing you 40 cents or less a pound to make it, and you're talking about a pound and a half a day to eat. So you can buy your flour, right? Buy your basic flour, water, salt. Find your recipe. Salt seems optional. There's a lot of different recipes out there. You can make your hardtack. You can make you 100 pounds of hardtack for about $47 for 100 pounds of hardtack, and that's 3 months worth of food, probably, if not more. right, for $100. So I'm kind of digging on the hardtack right now. It is the tooth dollar, right? So the harder, the better, the drier, the better, the longer it's going to last. But it is food. End of the day, it is food. And this doesn't have all the extra oils, the soybean oil or the seed oils or whatever they're putting in the crackers. You know what's in it. This is pretty good. Like, this is your old school survival food as you make your hardtack. I would suggest for people that are trying to build out a survival pantry, long-term food storage pantry, not a bad idea, not a bad place to get started. People talk about it all the time. Where do I get started? What do I get? I'm on a budget. Well, $47 at the 5-pound bag price gets you 100 pounds if I'm doing the math right. I think I am, 100 pounds of hardtack. 9 months or 3 months worth of food. So not expensive. Now you'd have to store it. You want to store it properly, right? Probably not in just the Ziploc bag. But you can put away a lot of food on that really quick. Now, obviously, if you're on the keto, you're on carnivore, anything like that, and you're not eating the carbs, I get it, that's not your thing. But if you're just trying to put away food, I think hardtack's an interesting idea, and I look at the Saltine crackers really is sort of that modern version of the hardtack. Top ingredients, wheat. It doesn't list salt, like it says 2% less salt, but there's a lot of sodium in it. Pretty close, right? It's really the only difference here is the addition of the oil, and then they throw some yeast in there. You don't necessarily even need the yeast when you're making the hardtack. So, sort of rambling. Just want to throw that out there, right? There are options. You know, we wanted to give that comp because flour's about the least expensive thing we've looked at. About the least expensive thing you find at the grocery store is your all-purpose flour. Flour itself, you know, it can store, 5 years, 10 years, depending on how you store your conditions. We get the hard red wheat from places like the LDS Pantry, and that'll store even longer. The hard wheats, the grains will store even longer. But they say, I haven't had hardtack for 10, 15 years stashed away to tell you through personal experience, but you look online, can last a long time, not expensive, and certainly not hard to make. So I want to offer that up, right? We do appreciate you. We've had some new followers lately, and thank you. Thank you guys for joining the channel. We appreciate the comments, the likes, the subscribes, all that kind of stuff. And we'll get back into it. We'll get back into making more videos. We were doing 4 videos a week for a long time, so we're probably around 1 or 2 right now. We're just busy, just life, just trying to do all the things, trying to get ready for winter, before that hits us like a snowstorm, right? We're just trying to get ready in life, keeping busy. So I hope you guys are too. And as always, thank you for watching, and we appreciate you.